Hello and welcome back to Railway Empire. We weren't gone for long, were we? It is the France DLC, and we're going to be heading straight out to the scenario included with it. Very picturesque. This is France 1874 to 1890. Into a new time in the wake of the past war with the German states. French Emperor Napoleon III had to resign. Now the monarchy has collapsed for the second time and the Republic took the place of it. France faces a crucial decision between democracy and empire. For many people, the Republic represents a makeshift solution until a new, strong head of state is found. But proponents of the Republic are forming. Hard scenario. We're going to do it in one playthrough, I hope. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to put the AI on very hard. I know, I'm not that good, but we're going to give it a go. This is where we start. We can't start anywhere else. I think we go with the industrialist, given what I like to do, which is build lots of factories, or buy them. And when we build new ones in cities, which I do like to do, they're at half price. We have no real bad
Sometimes
things.
I think about giving everything up and dedicating my life to poetry.
Auctions.
How about you?
Auctions are a bit rough, 50% more expensive. We're kind of balanced on taking passengers or freight, which I like. And obviously we can get factories cheaper when we build them.
Who don't have a clue about how this business works.
Very talkative. Right, what should we go with? SNCF? Is that right? I think that's right. There we go. They don't form until 1938, but we're gonna call ourselves that. We'll just be called Grantee. I'm not going to come up with any French names. I'm going to trip over French pronunciations. I'll tell you
are just gold
now.
Diggers who don't have a clue about how this business works.
Oh, please be quiet.
Welcome to France. May I introduce myself? Louis de Freycinet. As the Minister of Public Works, I am in charge of railway affairs. A few weeks ago, the last Prussian occupying forces have started to withdraw, and France is finally able to breathe freely again. Now it needs some patience and care to help the Republic to get back on its feet, exactly like you must do with the company you took over. But what am I blathering about? You seem to be an expert of your subject, and I would do well not to keep you back from fulfilling your tasks.
Thank you. Right then, we start in Le Mans. So the first thing we do is build a 24-hour race circuit. No, that's not what we do. Let's go and take a look. We have achieve an average balance of 10,000 francs with at least 5 active train lines. Connect 3 rural businesses to your rail network. And achieve a company value of 1.6 million francs. So let's get cracking, shall we? We're going to get straight into it. We don't need reporters and stuff, I hope. What we need to do is take a look at the lands. It looks like we have territories again. So we're going to have to take a look around, see what we've got. It looks like we've got vineyards this time. Does it pause when we have this up? I'm not sure. It might do. That's nice. What are those? Piggies? We've got piggies again. Is that sugar beets again? We got, yeah, Nantes. Nantes. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. So I'm going to trip over these. It's not what I said. Either of them, I don't think. Okay, we've got our other city here, which I'm not even going to pretend to know how to pronounce. And we've got Le Mans over there. It's the only one I know because of the race circuit. There'll probably be a few others that I know. Rennes? Don't know. Nantes? Nantes? I don't know. This is going to be terrible. Oh dear. Brest? Okay, maybe. Let's just trip over those when we get to them. We've got cloth. That is a starter good. We know that. So is... Well, it might be. I don't know whether it's different for here. I know that these two are usually a starter good. What we need to do then is take a look at what they require. Yes, so grain, wine, straight off with wine, wood, no, not sheep's wool. This time it is not a requirement unless they use it to make something, to craft something. Pastries, So all we've got really is grain. Grain is the only one. And they make bread there. Oh, but these guys, they will make, what is that? Pastry. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got one of each. Without further ado then, we should not set up a rail line. We should connect these two and at least get passenger services running between the two and start making some money that way. This time around, guys, I am going to start off how we mean to go on. And that is with proper signal controlled. Yes, it's a bit pricey to get going. However, if we start with the smaller ones, then we can upgrade them. And that's what I feel like we should do. So let's get cracking, shall we? Can I remember how to play? That's the thing. Maybe not. We're gonna leave ourselves enough room, hopefully, to build 2 stations. So we're gonna go there, and then we're gonna scoot all the way over to our second city, which I'm not gonna guess. I'm just not. There we go. And then we're gonna connect these up. Now our pigs can come in at the back there. And what else do we have? This is a starter product, isn't it? Wine, yes. Okay, so we've got more than I thought. This is the only one that we don't need. And that as well, obviously. But we do have 3 to start with. We have pigs to go here. Well, that gives us 4 because of this and 5 because of the end product there. Okay, brilliant. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. I think we're going to have a little better time of it. Although we don't know what's coming, because it does not tell you what tasks you've got. Obviously, we can take it. I just built. Why not? Why not build a massive bridge? You know what? Don't do that. Just don't. We get a full refund. I'd like to do that again without building excessive bridges, if possible. So what we'll do is we'll connect up, and then we'll put something in the middle here, so that we don't build silly bridges everywhere. That's a lot cheaper, isn't it, guys? Goodness me. Actually, get rid of that one. How's that? 152k is a bit more acceptable. And it's not too steep either. So I'll take it. Okay, we've got that in. Let's get us a water tower. No, let's block signal first. We all remember that. There have been some changes in the patch notes. There have been some fixes and some improvements. And that should hopefully make things a bit smoother for us in this playthrough. I'll probably leave a link to those in the description below. Now, we're going to definitely need, and we're going to have to pay for these this time. How much do they cost? 80,000 francs. Well, I think it's important. They can service the factories to begin with as well. So, yeah, let's do it for this place. That's all I'm going to call it. Come on, click on the station. I keep missing the station. Right, get on there. We've got our maintenance buildings, and then we get to look at the trains finally. We're going to set up our first one. This is going to be passengers and mail only. I'd like this to be our express. There we go. We're going to add a locomotive. What do we start with? We start with the Fairly, which I thought was a freight train. Interesting. Okay, I'll take it. But we're going to have to replace that rather quickly. And away he goes. Where's he starting at? Starting at that end. So we'll do the same again. From there to there. And we'll add a locomotive. They're pricey. So if we look at our company, how much can we take out? We can only take out 234. We're a far cry from where we were in the previous scenario. But that's okay. Let's have a look. That's all we've got. Research, though, as you can see, we were in this area before. And then there's this area as well. I don't think we can go back this far. That's a shame. You'd think you'd be able to go back as far as you could. Or as you wanted. And really boost everything. So what we need to be looking for isn't... There we go. This one. We need to be aiming for that one. And a mixed as well. The 3B. My favourite. But we will use this guy for freight to start with. Then we've got a whole load of trains that we're going through here. These two we remember. This looks new to Sterling. I mean, they could all be new, couldn't they? Because we hadn't seen them before. Our trains are underway. They should start making money. Hopefully. What we need to do though is start hooking up our industries as well. These can be standard train stations to get us going. Small train station. They're going to be the fairly anyway. Am I pronouncing that right? I'm not sure. So we'll start off with roux breeding or roe breeding. I don't know. Is that the same as when you make a sauce thickener? Is that the same roe? I don't know. I can't remember how it's spelt. Could be. Right then, let's auto signal this one up, and we'll get that moving. That'll earn us some money. We're all auto signaled here. Shouldn't need to worry about platforms and such. What we are going to need to worry about though is a supply tower. Otherwise, we could have some issues. We've got a maintenance building down there, so we should be fine as far as that's concerned. Freight only, please, and you're going to be having him for a while. That will get our pigs underway. We can't afford stuff like this just yet. Unfortunately, it's well, we could. But you know what? You know what? Let's start how we mean to go on quickly. Let's take out a couple of bonds. Let's do it. We'll take out there, and we'll take out another one there, and we'll buy this guy. We'll buy him. Let's do it. There we go. Quick before it goes up. And can we buy this cheap before it starts going? 200, do it. We don't need to auction, do we? Yeah, so we can do that. And we'll try and do this. Or we can't do it yet. We need to make some money. But we should be making money from these. He says, hopefully. That's left us in a bit of a dire situation for expansion. But let's see how much money we earn from these routes. Hopefully a lot. I mean, there's not much we can do at the moment. Ooh, what dates do we have on these? 1875. So we've got to do these rather quickly, and we need 10 active train lines. Otherwise we're in trouble off the bat. Both of these are in 1875. Connect 3 rural businesses. Well, the other 2 we're going to connect are grain and the wine there. Hopefully we start making a decent amount from these. I don't know what the industrialist is going to be like for us. I'm hoping he kind of falls into my middle of the road, buy all the industries sort of thing. 16,000. Okay, our money's going back up. There we go. It's going to take us a while. I don't know whether we should have brought those. How much is that going to cost? Yeah, I think it's just too early to be buying these. That was a bit silly. Never mind. You live and learn, or I don't in most cases. Right, you go there. You're going to start at least taking wine. Oh, the bridge. Bridge is going to be a pain, isn't it? Oh, dear. Well, that is just monstrous. How do we do that? I mean, I would like you to go in that side, because there's nothing going on over there. Maybe we can finagle that into something a little less pricey. Okay, well, that's better. Oh, there we go. Maybe. We'll fiddle around with that. And we'll fiddle around with that. Do we want to raise that or lower it? I think we're all right there. We need to really kind of get a balance between there. I mean, that's not too bad. It's just a bit awkward there, isn't it? What happens if we take that out? Then it costs it. Well, do you know, we'll I think this early on, cost of building is going to be key. Because we need to, but I don't like that at all. Do you know, we might be on a hill. Cancel that. Oh, maybe. There we go. Okay, we've got a good balance of price. Yeah, good balance of price. Right. How are we doing here? We're going to need mixed going on, aren't we? Well, these are no longer taking full passengers. He is from here, which I'm never going to get right. I'm going to have to look up the pronunciation for that, aren't I? But one of these, I think what we should do is manage this train. Not manage the train, manage the line. There we go, set up rail line. And we're going to have one of these as auto. Otherwise, stuff isn't going to get moved around and we're going to lose money on some of these runs. I don't mind I don't mind them being full one way. We could make the most out of the passengers and mail and put cars on there. It's not a bad idea. Do we have any? We could put a dining car and a mail car. You know what? Do that. Do that. We'll just try and squeeze as much money out of that as possible. This guy, I'm hoping, will start picking up some of the end product from our warehouse here, or our factory. We need to deliver grain as well. And I'm pretty sure... Let me just double check. We're going to have to get used to these new ones. Wine. Yes, wine is a thing. Grain's a distance, but we're going to use this outside line here for freight. We're not going to need to worry about that just yet. Now, we're going to need quite a bit of money. I feel like I've made a mistake straight away by buying factories. I can't help myself. I really can't. Now, it looks like we've got more competitors down. Oh, this is going to be tricky. I never even noticed. We've got green, yellow, and orange. Let's go and have a look at our competition, shall we? We've got... Oh, yes, we do. Look at that. There's 4 of us playing. This could get crowded. This could get very crowded. Don Lorenzo looks like the target at the moment. Okay, then. Well, let's fast forward it, because we can't do anything while we're broke, can we? No, we don't want a saboteur. Once we can get this running, it's another piece of income, isn't it? We will split the track once we can afford it as well. I mean, the other option is see how much it would cost to go from there to there, which is even cheaper, I would imagine. Yes, possible. It's certainly possible. Oh, we've got a point to spend. This might help us. We can't buy that yet. We need to unlock 3 more things. Accelerates train maintenance. Might be handy early on. Okay, well, we can almost afford this line. It's 137. I mean, it'll be a big one out the way. Is it the right one, though? Do you know, I don't think it's the right way to go. I'm going to backtrack. And we're going to put in a small station just here. Find a flat piece of land. Because that is much closer to Le Mans than it is to Le Mans. To, yeah, that place. Which I need to look up how to pronounce. How much will that cost us to get in here? Oh, yeah, by a mile. Look at that. And that's with a bridge, which we might keep in. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we can... Oh, no, that... Oh, you know, you're splitting hairs now, aren't you? You kind of don't want the... There. That will work. Do that. I think this will do us. This will do us. This is a better start. We can't afford to double track it. However, we can afford to put a train on. And a water tower. Supply tower. So we'll do that. And hopefully we'll get a train running on here. We've got it running on fast still, haven't we? Freight only. And a locomotive. We can't afford it. 34k. Put it back on fast again. I have the game speed. We don't want a reporter. I have the game speed running at 50%. However, we can make use of the manual game speed up here when we need to. Don't want an auctioneer. No suitable freight already. That's lovely. That's not a good start, is it? Not a good start. We don't want to be seeing that this early on. Well, we need to get the grain, don't we? That's one thing we need to do. Right, add a locomotive. You get going. There we go. We've got our grain going. Once we get this start underway, I think we'll be alright. How much was it to do that? Oh, is it even worth doing? Probably not. We're only going to have one train for a while, aren't we? And what about... Let's just dump that. What about heading off from here? Is that a thing for us? How much is it going to cost to have a freight line running down here? Probably a fortune. Not too bad, but not what we can afford. We should really make use of what we've got. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Now, I feel like we should run this double tracked. And we need to get some freight over to this other city down here. So we can afford it. For now. Luckily, signals don't cost us anything. We're going to have to wait till he gets off there. You get off there. We'll wait till he's heading back, or at least into the station. He's going to start making us money. We're pretty much broke. That's lovely. Not lovely, is it? Right, now let's switch you. And then we can do the same here. There we go. Now you can get underway. That's more money. We've got more things to unlock here. Increase ticket price. Yes, please. We really need the money. What is this one? Yeah, I am going to really struggle with French. French is not my strong suit. I don't do too bad with German, but French, no. I'm out of my depth here. Fork, we're not. You have to be careful how you say that, don't you? There we go. Compartment car with side aisles. What is that? Oh, that's fancy. That increases ticket prices. That's what we're all about. And we can unlock that next. So that's what we'll be doing. Security guard. Do you know, we could do with making as much money as possible. So that would be... Oh dear, express line in danger as faster. Well, yes, it probably is. It's not really an issue for us right now. We want to manage this train and we want to put a security guard on there because you are delivering freight. We're not going to get to Tours, if that's how you pronounce that, which is okay. We are now making stuff here. I shouldn't have brought all the... I would love to buy all these. It pains me. I'm used to our other map, our other scenario where we had loads of money coming in. So we have a growing city here. I'm just going to avoid it until I absolutely know how to pronounce it. We won't need to upgrade our industries, that's for sure. As soon as we can afford... I think what we do is we connect this into that line. That would be pretty good, and then we can make use of these two lines. If we go on the inside first, just to get us starting. Yeah, it's like 12k. We're not going to be able to double track it just yet, but we will be able to. For 13, once we start getting money, and then we'll send another freight train down here, which will help us because we need to start making this from our factory that we own, our industry. So as soon as we can double track that, we'll get that underway. And hopefully that will do us... we can't even afford a price hike. That is absolutely unfortunate. What was a missed opportunity for 7,500? That's all it was. Well, you go blowing your money on factories early on, then that's what you get. Will it pay dividends? It's not looking like it. What are you carrying? Okay, you're the passenger. You must be the passenger train, surely. Well, you might not be. Only one way to find out. Not there. No, you're not. You're just the freight train. It looks like the same wagons we got on there. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm interested to see what he loads up with. We should be able to finish that line though. Let's quickly do that and get another freight train underway. We'll buy that. Okay, he's loading up with freight. That's nice. That is nice. Yeah, we can't... An analyst? What do you do for us? I can't remember. Well, no, we're a long way off doing that. We are a long way off doing that. What we need to do is set up a new rail line. Try and get another source of income going early on. And also help that factory start producing. We might need more than one on there. But there we go. We're taking our grain. We have a start. We've still got this farm that we could deal with. We have maintenance buildings in each of our city stations. We also have them as signal controlled, so they are ready to be upgraded, and we shouldn't have to worry too much later on. Now, how are we doing on our task? 3 of 5, 2 of 3. Our money is going up, our company value. That is beautiful. And we've just got to hook up this, what was it? The wine, and that will give us that task. And hopefully we'll achieve an average balance of 10k. Ooh, it's a toughie, isn't it? It's a toughie. I believe to get a gold would need to do this before the end of the year. This year, 1874. Oh, you grew. You're beautiful. Look at you go. Well, yeah, we can't afford to upgrade those. How much do they cost? 400,000. Not yet. Not for a long time. But them growing should give us more passengers, right? There should be more passengers available. There's 6 waiting, 7 there. Express goods. You want to go all over the place. You do have 5 wanting to go to Le Mans there. And some... That's good. That's good. We shall get there. We've started to deliver our grain as well. That's not grain. You're right behind the bread. Pastries, sorry, not bread. Okay, let's get those in. And then we'll hook up our final factory, hopefully. It was about 137, wasn't it? There we go. There's more money. How much is that going to make us? The grain. Probably 16,000 as well, right? That's what freight seems to be. It might be worth spending points in... That's not going to show us. Points in here. It's mail. Thankfully, it's mail. If that would have been freight, I would have been so sad because it was 7.5k. Increase the transportation fee of freight. Well, that's a long way off. That's a long way off. Okay, so there's not much I can do about that at the moment. We just got to gain our points and hopefully get close to achieving this. 5 active train lines. We still only have 3. 3? Really? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
I see you don't waste any time. That's good.
Wow.
Haste is the commandment of the hour.
That is not the one I expected us to
After
get.
a lost war and the resignation of the Emperor, many people take the Republic for some kind of makeshift solution until a new strongman has been found. What often is forgotten, the Republic even offers a chance to redistribute the power back to the people.
I don't know what he said. I was busy signing people for train rides. We needed a security guard. What? It's important. Where's our freight train? The one that's heading back, the actual freight train. It's you, right? Yeah, you. You're going on there. There you go. You get on board. I'm sure what he had to say was amazingly interesting. But what I want to do is make money. And I just realised with this one, it does say active train lines. And this one here has no suitable freight. Because we didn't send grain to it. So they probably weren't going through their stocks of pigs. If we look into there, yeah, and they were kind of overfilled with pigs as well. Hopefully, that will change and we'll start taking pigs back. I don't know where our next train is. Well, I'm starting to feel like this being passenger only is not going to be working for us right now. So we're going to change that. We're going to switch that to automatic. And we're going to modify this rail car. And we're going to take all of that off. And just take what you need to take. Because we're really limited to at the beginning. We're absolutely limited. Everything's just out of reach. We can end this, though, with a bit of all of the tasks complete. Are you active? Now you're active. That should possibly go up to 4. I don't know. I see now he's carrying... Oh, no, he's just carrying mail. Well, you know, promoter. I think it's a bit early for a promoter, isn't it? Receive 48,000. Oh, I don't really want to be spending... Do we? It's kind of tempting, isn't it? It is absolutely tempting. 28k. Right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna use those. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna Le Mans. There we go. Let's do it. Let's see if we can't get it growing. We've got the money. We can maybe do this as a single line. We did have a way round there. It was much cheaper that way, wasn't it? Maybe we'll just do the same as what we did up there with a junction. because that is super cheap. Let's do it. I think I'm being overly...
A determined acting like yours
Really?
is what the Republic needs.
Another gold
in
tick,
order
guys.
to win over the people.
We need this one working. We need that one working. We should be able to do this because both of these cities want wine. And if we do that same junction, hopefully we can achieve it. You go in there, it's 60k. We're going to be broke, but we're going to have another line running. So you're going on that side and then that side. I know we're not going to be able to afford much else. Put it on fast forward again. We'll set up the rail line anyway. We're going to need a supply tower on there. It's going to be freight only. Another promoter, goodness me. Well, no, right, add locomotive, go. Go, go, go. Right, we're starting to take the wine. That's an active route. How much is it going to cost us to branch on this line? Just here. Hopefully not too much. We can go in up there. 83, yeah, because we've got a bridge, haven't we? And that's going to be all sorts of awkward. Can we do it a bit cleaner? I mean, we've still got a bridge, but I would like just to avoid that bridge. Okay, we'll take that when it happens. We could go into this city and reverse out, but I'll take that. How are we doing? 4 or 5? Are you active yet? Are you active? Yeah, you see, you're taking pigs. Le Mans grows. That's kind of good timing. Right, let's put it on fast forward again. I think we're going to achieve this. Random breakdown. That's not what I wanted to see. What was it? Like 80,000? We're going to get 16 for that one. Yeah, you're going to have to wait there. Engineer? Ooh, maybe. Do you know what? No, not yet. Not yet. We need to make more money. That's what we need to do. We need to make it fast. Otherwise, we're going to trip up on the get-go. And it would be lovely to see what the new quests are. Or the next lot of tasks. And get these ones, the starter ones, out the way in the first episode would be perfect. Be a lovely start.
You have done an excellent
There we go.
Here. You should continue to do it in the neighboring region.
Right, our next lot of quests is gain access to the area of Normandy. Let's not put this on super fast while I'm chatting. And boost the area of Normandy to 82,000 inhabitants overall. They're currently 36.2k of 82,000. So that's our new tasks. We do have engineers. We don't want to do that, I don't think. I feel like that might be useful. Anything that's going to give us money. Which engineer do we have? They're both not the ones we want, really. We could expand. We could promote here. I mean, it's a bit of a waste. No, I think that's a bit of a waste. What we should do is set up this next line. Grand. You need to build the track before you set the line up. Otherwise, we're going to have some issues. Right, let's buy that. 83k. It's a bit of a fortune. Can we make this double tracked for not too much? There we go. And I think we might be able to afford it. So that's going there. We want to get rid of that. No, we don't. Apparently. Can we get rid of that one? Yeah, okay. We got rid of that one. Don't want that one there. That one's fine. Yep, that'll do. I think that'll stop us from having any issues. Set up a rail line. We need to go from the farm all the way to Le Mans. Not passengers, that'd be silly. Add a locomotive, and I think that's a good place to wrap this one up. There you go, we're taking wine. Alright guys, that's been episode 1 in our first excursion out in France. And the brand new France DLC. Our towns are growing. I had a bit of a silly start where I possibly shouldn't have been buying factories like I was loaded, because I obviously wasn't. However, even with that, we achieved 3 gold ticks to get us started. And what we've got to do now, before 1877, we've got to gain access to Normandy, and 1879, we have to make it grow. Now, where is Normandy before we go? Brittany. Not that one, thankfully, because I cannot pronounce that. Not that one. It's got to be this one then. Normandy. So we need to make 620,000. And this is all we've got. This area here. That's going to be tricky, isn't it? That's going to be real tricky. We're going to end it on board our train heading to that city there. I am going to look that up for episode 2, I promise you. Thanks for watching again, and we'll endeavour to get enough money to gain access to Normandy. Whether that'll happen in episode 2, I don't know, but we'll give it a good shot, that's for sure. So until next time, take care.